about stereotyping, and it's all in there. It's about the inaccuracy of stereotyping and what we do to other people in our heads when we apply stigma and stereotyping. More positively, Specials also sang about enjoy yourself, did they not? Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Well, it's actually still early. But next up to enjoy themselves, Lanre and Lindsay from BUBIC. Now they enjoy themselves next.
Can you hear me? Oh, that's good. Hello, hello.
Okay, you good?
Yes. My name is Lanre Babalola. I want to thank the DDN for allowing us to come here, and thank you for listening to us, yeah? I've used substances for a very, very long time. Been in prison for a very long time. I've been in recovery for a very long time. I'm not here to talk about myself, I'm here to talk about a group of individuals from Tottenham. BUBIC, bringing unity back in the community. Engaging with communities to create inclusion and cohesion. Can people hear me at the back? Lovely. Alright, lovely face. Lovely face. My colleagues. Alright. Our vision. BUBIC's vision is to create a community which enables people to recognize the causes and effects of cycles of habitual behaviors and supports people to access opportunities to make positive choices in order to increase their health and well-being. As I said, I was in recovery a long time. BUBIC was established in 2003 as a peer support group for ex-crack cocaine users. Over the next 2 years, it became established as an effective community-based agency. It then developed into a peer support group program, recruited and trained staff and volunteers. Now that was some of my colleagues. His house was his office. My booth was my mobile office back in the days when we first started. There's something wrong with this technician. Current provisions, can you guys see that? Yeah. All right. Our current provisions are peer support group sessions, family and friend workshops, volunteering, assertive and satellite outreach. How many of you remember Star Trek? Anyone remember Star Trek? Yeah. Their big quote was that they said, we go where no spaceships goes. That's what BUBIC does. Yeah? Your advice, young advice, youth advice and mentoring, educational talks and lectures, and gateway accreditation qualities. Oh, it's working on that one, thank you. Service delivery methodology. We use a number of techniques. Who would think that we use drama and role play? That's very important. Because some people may find it hard to go into the benefit system, and sometimes you're the benefit, want to get your benefits, and they're not giving you a benefit. So we articulate to individuals how to do that by being a role play. Good idea, I think. Carl Rogers, person centered therapy, Gestalt, the here and now. Daniel Goldman uses emotional intelligence and peer support group. So we kind of tailor, or we've nicked aspects from other therapies to tailor for our individuals. Our peer groups, they focus on raising awareness of treatments, triggers, even though I'm not using the word triggers because it's our own self really. Relapse intervention pertaining to cycles of habitual behaviors, personal goal setting, group and individual advice and guidance, focusing on understanding components of emotional intelligence. That's very big. You'll hear me keep dropping on about that because it's very big. Understanding feelings associated with bereavement, codependency, relationships, families, boundaries, intimacy and sexual behaviors is very important. Because when we let go of the drugs, all these behaviors start coming up. Anyone aware of that? Yeah. Johari window, communication skills, culture is very important, and our identity. Because sometimes we're born into a culture, but we neglect our identity. I'll give you an example. Someone could be a Christian and that person decides to go to the mosque. So his identity is saying that, I was born in that culture, but really, this is who I really am. And then, the most important one I would say, our drama, this is bigger than a lottery. Self-awareness. How many of us, when you're out there using drugs, we didn't know nothing about ourselves? We needed substances to find out what to do. But the mere fact, when we stop doing that, self-awareness. There's enough people, I used to have a lot of money. Loads of money, they know nothing. It was on the pipe, on the can. Right, we know about phases. When, I'll call it progression. When we're in the infants, we go into the juniors, we go into primary school, we go into secondary, we go to college, we go to university. So we're raised in stages and phases. So that's how we split our organization. So phase one, all new service users are invited to attend our open group sessions, which aim to change an individual's unhelpful ways of thinking to enable them to make informed choices. You gotta remember, when the guys come, because we have an open access group, it doesn't matter if you smoke a drug or a drink, once you leave outside, you can come in, you're not gonna be judged. So that is a very good situation. In phase one, the sessions will conduct in group discussions covering topics such as the effects of drugs on themselves and the community. One thing I realized, or one of the things for me, when we was out there using drugs or doing whatever we was doing, we didn't care about it. But how you can get people to look at themselves is by looking at the harm they're doing to the community and to their friends and family, which may hold me back in. Health and well-being is very important. That's part of the government agenda. It's about mind, body and soul, I reckon. You agree? Following. Goal setting, very important. We have to set a goal, because when we set a goal, you need to sacrifice. Don't get twisted. You're going to have to sacrifice to get your goal, isn't it? When we stop smoking drugs, we have to sacrifice that numb feeling. We have to start owning our feelings, yeah? Lovely. Phase two. Phase two does not focus on drugs. Because how many of us in here, we said, okay, we stop smoking drugs, where did the problem start? The minute we stop taking the drugs, all the emotions start. Where did they come from? Yeah? Those moving into phase two are able to work towards raising self-awareness and self-esteem. Because most of us, as we're using drugs, we ain't got no self-esteem. I'm not kidding, we ain't got no self-esteem. We need something to raise us to get up and do something. Developing emotional intelligence, I love that word. Love it. Goal setting, exploring their individual history, dealing with the here and now. The here and now. What's going on now? Transition, as I was talking about the nursery school. The most important part of what we do, enabling individuals to undertake a transition from phase one of our service to another. As an ex-crack adherent user, I know from personal experiences, the most important step in life is the one that you give back. Because most of us say, you know what, Jesus, I've stopped using drugs now, I want to give back. And one of the things that BUBIC does, they used to call it CRBs, but DBSs. I did a little project from Lloyd's, and what I focused on was individuals coming out of prison, bad DBSs. Because one of the things that kept me out there was that, all right, as I said, I had a very long prison sentence. My DBS is like a magazine. So that's going to prevent me from getting anything. And that's one of the things that keep people out there. So if you give people an opportunity that, you know, it doesn't matter about your past, it's about the here and now, what you can do. So you give people in the community chances. Because I've had people come out of prison, just done 12 years, people in and out of prison, 13 years, come to volunteer with me. And now some of them people are walking around with the keys in the prison. Some of them are now working in the NHS. So you know what it is? Never knock your past. Yeah? See what you do with it today, yeah? Phase three. Phase three is a program designed to enable and support service users to gain skills and quality to begin to give back. As I said, some of our service users, we give about 3 months, 4 months of a person coming out of service, coming with us. They can then be able to be a peer support worker and also be paid. So most services that, you know, mainstream services, they'll tell you, you know what, you need to be 2 years clean. What the hell am I going to do in 2 years? What am I going to do? What am I going to do in 2 years? I might even go back out there again. I said, what we give them an opportunity, you know what? It doesn't matter, man. 3 months, come do something. Come and learn what it's like to be on the other side. Because you know, sometimes, you see recovery, recovery actually starts not in your treatment centers, it's when you get out in your community. When you're at your community and you're living anyone heard that terminology, living life on life terms? Yeah? Yeah. This phase incorporates volunteering, very important. This gives an opportunity for service users who have moved from phase 2 to work alongside members of their local community. Remember I said the community. The community knows what the community needs. Providing a support service for both service users and members of the local community. I'm now going to invite my lovely colleague, Lindsay, to explain about this.
to talk about our accredited qualifications, Gateway. BUBIC gained awarding centre status with Gateway qualifications in October 2014, and then further went on to gain direct claim status in November 2015. The benefit of BUBIC having direct claim status is that clients can access our accredited programmes and gain certification within a week of completing their programme. This enables us to maintain levels of motivation and self-esteem. This also enables us to provide accredited training to clients who have completed Phase 2 activities and are ready to volunteer and gain employability skills or enhance their qualifications. My personal background is in alternative education provision, teaching young adults personal development skills. These learners were disengaged from education and struggling to learn in a traditional education environment. This was due to factors such as attention deficit, dyslexia, home lifestyle, gang affiliation, drug abuse, etc. BUBIC undertake learning styles assessments prior to the delivery of each of their programmes. This enables us to ensure the programmes are valid and meaningful to each learner. We like to ensure that all of our learners feel inclusive and can understand the way that it's being delivered. The style of delivery of our Gateway accredited courses is suitable for individuals who have been out of education for some time or previously disengaged with education and training. This is due to the fact that we have formulated a style of delivery and developed teaching and learning resources that are accessible to all of our learners. We are able to tailor each programme to meet individual needs of each learner within the group and enable them to support each other. This helps raise their self-esteem and confidence, and importantly, helps them to maintain their motivation. Thank you. I'll now pass you back to Lanre.
You got me again, yeah? Alright. You can have a service, but you need outreach. You could be doing the loveliest groups of it, but how do you get to those individuals? You remember, service is 9 to 5. Yeah? Addiction ain't a 9 to 5, you know. 24-hour business. So one of the things that we did, alright, we sat down together and said, you know what? Because we set up something that's going to protect us. And we put things in like, okay, when we was out there using drugs, what could have helped us or was in place that prevented us from using drugs? So what we did, came together, we started to put things in place, little gaps. So we bring the service to the individuals out there, yeah? Because I always say it's not that those guys or individuals are taking drugs or are bad people. Something trauma's happened and it's helped. I say they've got on a train and forgotten how to get off. Does that make sense? Right. Satellite outreach enables us to go into any part of our community. Remember when I said Star Trek? And provide information, guidance and support by signposting to relevant services. And one thing about BUBIC, it needs to know what's going on. So in a sense where if we meet someone outside, we need to know what kind of service we will provide for that individual, or where we can signpost them. So we have to have our ears in the ground. Signpost to relevant service pertaining to help individuals' needs. We are also able to undertake home visits to aid active engagement for those who have disengaged. You know, individuals, they will drop out. Because you know, out there, when you're using, you ain't got no time, space for time or appointments. Does it make sense? Anybody relate to that? I do. Outreach, assertive outreach, that's what we call it. Like sometimes we may start work at 8 o'clock in the evening and work till 4 o'clock in the morning. And when I say we walk. We walk on the street, we go meet people, we have a van. And because I say to you know, the community, most of the individuals that work for BUBIC have come through volunteers or ex-drug users. And you got to realize I came from a community where I mashed up my community. I had an excessive drug smoke, so my community paid the price. So now, as I said, I've had substance use for a very long time. I've also been in recovery. And my community has embraced our organization. So in the sense where we get mini buses, we get donations and sayings, we get a lot of stuff. So when we got an outreach, we're fully armed. Assertive outreach process of active engagement, for example, undertaking late night outreach in non-hotspots. Our own personal experience have enabled us to recognize the value of night outreach. And do you see them on the street? Do you? Have you seen that Michael Jackson Thriller? The freaks come at night. That's that lifestyle, isn't it? In reach, yeah. As I said, I've done a very long time in prison. And there was a thing that we learned in jail. There's a word that's called gate happy. That's that release. You go, oh my God, I'm getting out. But you're not even thinking what you're getting out for. You're going to go and use. So, and also, remember I said that, I like that word, emotional intelligence. If someone understands themselves, believe me, if you know yourself, no one's going to force you to do nothing unless you want to do it. Does that make sense? It's only when we don't know. So going into Her Majesty's prison and giving talks, we're able to inspire and engage those behind closed doors to encourage emotional intelligence prior to their release. If anything here today has inspired you to make a difference, there are a number of ways you can become involved in BUBIC. Join our groups, don't need to become a volunteer, follow us on Facebook and like us. You know, and I want to thank you guys for enabling us to be here, yeah?